All right, good morning, everyone. It's February 28, 2021, as of 8:04 a.m. It's a Sunday, PST time. And I just wanted to start by saying that I make two videos per day, one in the morning and the follow-up video in the evening. And I do the tags and the sticks on Dogecoin every single day, 24/7, because cryptocurrency runs on 24/7. So I have to do the same to provide you guys with insight and possible buys and sells and where you're at, so you guys don't panic sell or anything. And I just want to start off by, I like starting with a meme because the whole point of Dogecoin is memes, right? So I love it. I think it's funny. And I hope you do too. And I hope that's one of the reasons why you're here, to be excellent to each other and just do that kind of stuff. But anyway, so Shiba or Old Fossil, easy choice in my opinion. Choose a face your currency. I mean, for me, I'm all about Dogecoin, so this is like a duh. It's super obvious to me. I'd rather have that than this old fossil over here for sure. But anyways, I just want to start with that, something a little lighthearted, and let's get to the sticks now, okay? That's what you're here for, so let's do that. Boom. All right. Oops. Let's go start with a daily. Okay, so let's see where we're at today. Well, we are trending down. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. The mouse went crazy for a second there. So as you can see, we are trending down, and I did mention for the past few days already that we're going to start trending down just based on the facts of the buys and sells. We're seeing like a 0.55 or 0.5 or 0.6 or 0.5 to 1 ratio between buys and sells. So when that happens, you're not looking at very much pressure to push it up, right? Because it's kind of like saying, hey, you have two people to sell, one person to buy. So I mean, it's kind of like this obvious math right here. Obviously, there's different stuff to do with market buys and all that kind of jazz. But when you look at the limit buys and sells, I mean, it's not like 100% accurate, but it gives you an idea. And nothing is perfect here. With technical analysis, it's more of an art than a science. And you see patterns and all those kind of things. And once you do it for years and experience, you get intuition, and you can kind of just like tell where it's going just by intuition and just doing it a lot and staring at a lot. That's the only way to explain it. It's not that I'm better than anyone else. I've just been doing it for a long time. I've been doing this since college, and I've been out of college for about 10 years. So I'm not that old. I'm not that old, by the way. But anyway, so with that being said, I can see that we're trending down here, and I think today I'm seeing a different pattern here. By the way it looks like we're doing more of a channel now. You see how these things morph? At first, it was a descending triangle, which could be possibly bullish, but now we're looking into an actual. It looked to me this more like a If you let me try to move around a little bit on a daily. I mean, it won't be accurate because it's hard to do it on daily because it's so large. You gotta go to details to do this kind of stuff sometimes. So it looks like we're doing more of a descending channel here. So with that being said, um, usually when that happens with a descending triangle, we may end up around here somewhere. I mean, obviously it could change to whatever it wants, but usually when you do a descending channel here, that to me usually is a bullish sign because when you're going down the whole time and everyone's buying here and there and there and there, when that happens, the technicals are resetting as well, and when that happens, you've been doing all your accumulation, all your buying coming down already. So it's like, okay, well, all right, guys, we've been buying for the past like 3 or 4 months already, and it's only been going down, or 3 or 4 weeks. Um, yeah, I don't think it's going too much more down. So we're gonna look for a bounce soon. At some point, the people selling are gonna run out of the sales, right? Because if everyone's buying it up every time it goes down, that's what I personally believe. And again, this is a long game here. This is not like a day trade where you think you're gonna make it up in the next day or two. It's gonna take time, and you gotta be patient. My boy Warren Buffett says the market takes the money from the hasty to the patient. So you gotta be patient, and you gotta have a plan. My plan is to buy in dabbles, buy dips, and dabble, buy dips and dabble. It's very simple. I have a budget. I'm putting a certain percent of buy each time I do it, maybe like 2% or 1%. So basically, I could do tons of buys here. So say I do 1% my budget here, right? I could do 100 buys. And obviously, I don't buy like 10 buys in a day. I do maybe one or two or none for a few days. So again, you have time to average it out. You have time to think about it. You're not in a panic state. So when you see it come down, and if you miss it, it's okay. Don't worry. There'll be more buying opportunities. Maybe you gotta buy a little higher, but guess what? If you buy a little higher at the dip, you're gonna feel more comfortable with it because A, you did your due diligence. So if you buy a little higher on a dip, if you're kind of averaging up in that sense, you'll be okay with that. Because guess what? You did your due diligence. You're gonna feel more comfortable with it. You didn't just do it on an emotional buy and sell, okay? And that's what I'm trying to get to you guys here, and I hope you guys understand that. But anyway, let's move on to it now. So let's go into the text now for MACD here. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. I mentioned yesterday that we were over here and we did about 3 sticks up, but the momentum was so slow. So from 24, 25, and 26, momentum was so slow. The velocity was just like dragging basically. It was like barely moving. So I didn't give it much credence in that sense. I did say we won't give it 2 to 4 days and kind of let it ride out its completion here. But when you see it that slow, that means that there isn't much movement there. So it's not gonna be anything, I would say bullish in my opinion here. And you can see here it started trending back down again. So people are very temporary in their memory, and in a sense where they're gonna buy and sell it really quick. And of course, people like me are more the I would say minority here, because I'm not trying to get rich in a day or two here. I'm just trying to invest. And I'm sure, some folks here are trying, to make it in a day or two, and that's great, but I just, good luck to you. I'm not a day trader anymore. It takes a lot of energy off it. And when a tax man comes, you lose so much of your money. It's like, why bother doing it? Unless you're super rich, I wouldn't bother too much for the most part. Day traders for young, or people who just do this for a job, and I am neither. If you are, good for you. Please provide a comment down below and let me know what you're doing. Okay, so check it out here. So we're going down here, and you see the velocity. It's sort of decreasing here. It's decreasing a little bit, but I mean you can't really tell. But I mean, if you look closely, it's decreasing a little bit, and we're kind of reaching more of this area soon. And this is what I want to see. Well, I'm sorry. What I mean is, I want to see this in the coming days. So this could be about 14 days. You see how these bars work for a daily here. It could be 2 weeks before we see a possible bottoming here. So, I mean, guys, that's 14 days. That's like so many hours. That's so many buy opportunities. So if you miss now, don't fret about it. They're coming. Don't worry. You may even get a better price. Or you meant to pay a little higher, which is fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But just don't worry about it. They will be coming. And if you miss it, you miss it. That's fine too. That's what I'm trying to say here. Wait for the trade to come to you. Don't chase a trade, okay? But anyway, let's move on now. So that's kind of what I see in the coming days. Hopefully, we see some changes here. But given that IC is coming here, and you see it's becoming more of a downward channel here, I suspect around here we may see a change here. Either it goes up or it goes more down. When I say go down, I mean a big breakdown. I don't mean like this channel here. Either it breaks or it goes, or either which way, and you're gonna see a change. I mean, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes that happens due to some news. So what I mean is that, okay, maybe you see a break, right? Break up or down, and you might not see news for a day or two. And then in a day or two afterwards, you're going to see some news. Oh, yeah, so-and-so did X, Y, and Z. That happens so often in the stock market. Obviously, these aren't stocks, this is a cryptocurrency here. I'm telling you, people do the same patterns, just different applications here. So, with that being said, let's move on to the forward chart here and see what's going on. Okay, guys? Remember, we're going into a downward channel here, so don't assume that you're gonna make tons of money here. So this is kind of like when you want to buy, buy on dips. And that's what I'm doing too. Okay, so you see my forward my lines here. You can see, okay, they were on a daily. Obviously, you can't make it super accurate because you're in a zoomed out window here. But a little closer here, you can see it's pretty good. If I say so myself, not to be not to be overconfident or anything, but it's not too bad though. It's pretty good. Okay, all right. Okay, so you can see that we're descending down here. So let's see, from here to here. about 36 bars. That's about 6 days. Okay, so maybe in a week or two we should see some possible change here. Either break up or break down. But as of for now, this is kind of what the range is going to be for the most part. Ignore the parts where the rectangle goes past the boxes here. I believe this is going to be our new range right here. And I'm pretty sure we're also going to see lower lows as well, just based on the fact that you see the pattern here: lower low, lower low, lower low, and you see the MACD as well. You see it? It's going lower, and and even though so basically when you see the MACD having a strong velocity over here on March 14, if you go forward to March 23rd, it's a lower velocity, but yet it's a lower low though. So that means that, but you notice also in the whole time this happens, we're in bearish territory here. Rarely do we actually go above the zero equilibrium here. So that being said, you're going to see more lower lows here, and I suspect we're going to see more for the next for the most current stick right here. I suspect that since we're still in bearish territory, we're going to see parts like this, and we're going to see another lower low. Possibly touches the yellow line right here, maybe 0.388. I mean, that's scary, but to me, at the buying opportunity, and I plan on buying some more. I actually bought some last night. I think at 4.8 or 4.9. I forget exactly, or maybe it was this morning. I don't even know, but I'm sorry. I did buy some though. Last night or early this morning. I have a brain fart. I cannot remember for some reason. But anyway. So yeah. Okay. So that's about it for now. So remember, we're trending down here. So try to buy it on a dips going down. And now to the 15-minute chart to kind of get a more microscopic view of it. Okay, this is pretty good actually. Okay, I like what I see in terms of the sticks here and the volume here. So you see last night when I mentioned it, you see how this, I mentioned in a previous video as well, that you saw once it dipped here on February 27th at 7:30 p.m. A little later, a big buy came in to buy it up right here, right? And you're seeing a similar pattern here again. You're seeing from here, sorry. So from here, this moment on, to this moment on here, right here, right? Oh, let me try to do it this way so you can see better. Here you go. Oh, okay, well, maybe I'll just highlight it this way because I don't want the thing to block you guys. Oh, I can't do that, huh? Because the word always appears. Alright, well, I'm just going to do it anyways, and you can kind of get an idea for it. So basically from here to here, on these 42 bars here, the volume is, look at it, 100,000, 60,000, 60,000, 700,000. Almost next to nothing, right? And when you see this pattern like this, it's kind of bearish. And you see how it got pushed down so fast on almost no volume here. And I mentioned on the previous video on Saturday in the morning that I mentioned to you guys, weekends are buying opportunities because the volume is so low, you're going to get great deals here. And I suspect on Monday, it's going to push right back up. And that's my assumption here, and that's kind of why I believe what happened, because on a weekdays, people come in and buy more often. On weekends, everyone's trying to chill out and do their own thing. And that's fine. I do the same thing as well. So, you see how the movement here, it's so low, it's like, okay, and to me, it's almost like fake news from here up to here. It's moving on literally, on the MACD, literally no volume right here, And the fact that we also is that once you saw it here, it hit 2.5 and 3.42. Someone came in and bought it 4 million, like instantly. So this tells me that people are looking for deals here and they're ready to buy. When you see this kind of stuff right here, I mean, yeah, it's probably Europeans trading a little bit, and mostly just bots. When you see this kind of low volume transactions, And also, one more thing to note too is that you see also here that we have the 200 hour, 200 MA over the 50 MA here, so it's kind of a death cross. And literally, you see every time that that's usually a bearish indicator, and you see every time, whenever the sticks start hitting the 50, it bounces off it and becomes resistance, and it comes back down here. You see here as well, right? Very similar. Hit, down. Eventually it'll kind of break a little bit, but then it'll just come back down though. So currently we are definitely in some bearish momentum here, and you see how long this this bearish trade is here. It just keeps on coming down. But anyway, so it's gonna take some time, guys, before we break out of it. So don't expect it overnight. It could happen, but I wouldn't, bet the roof or anything on it, or full or go or I always say never go full ham, right? And again, this will conclude the video for now, and I will provide a follow-up video later tonight. And again, I always do two videos, guys. One in the evening, one in the morning. And if you find this video helpful, like, subscribe, throw a comment below. Let me know how you feel about this trade so far. Let me know what your positions are. And I'll catch you on next one. Okay, guys. Have a doggy day. Bye.